Now, there's another little feature here, an enhancement actually, that helps as you're performing some calculations. If you're doing totals, now long ago we did totals in column H. Sometimes you're wondering, well, what was the total through the end of April? Well, you don't want to write a formula right here that adds up just January, February, March, and April. But if you do highlight those cells, if you look down at the bottom of your screen, you'll see sum 740 in this case. If you highlight a different set of cells, look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a total down there also. And sometimes just for, you could be highlighting just 3 cells. It's 80 down there. At different times, you may want to see a total. Now, this is called the auto-calculate feature, and you can change what you see there. Now, sum is probably the most useful thing you'd want to see, but if the nature of your worksheet is such that you want to see an average down there, if you point to that part of your screen and hit the right mouse button, you will see that you could be using an average, which would average the numbers you've highlighted, a count, which would tell you how many cells have been highlighted, count nums, which would count how many numbers existed in the cells that you did highlight, max, which would figure out the highest value of the cells highlighted, min, figure out the lowest value of the cells highlighted, or probably what most people want most of the time, sum. But I will change this to average. It's by sliding up to there. And we now see the average of 3 cells. What's the April, May, June sales average? Oh, it's 325. What's the expenses average for March, April, May? 216.67. So the auto-calculate feature at the bottom of the screen is useful. It allows you to come up with those quick totals that you want to see. Maybe you don't want to write them down, just to see at a glance. The auto-calculate feature, that's called. In this section, we expanded our worksheet by adding 2 different kinds of formulas. We showed how to enter a year-to-date or cumulative formula using simple arithmetic. And then we showed how to do a percentage change type of formula that involved using subtraction and division together. The key point here was to remember that parentheses are useful and sometimes even necessary to determine the order in which calculations occur. We also pointed out to you that at the bottom of the screen at any time, the auto-calculate feature is working. For any cell or cells that are highlighted, the auto-calculate feature at the bottom of the screen shows you the total, or if you wish, the average or the highest or the lowest piece of information in the highlighted cells.